Now, news just coming in is that nurses and midwives have called off their nationwide industrial action. And nurses and midwives have temporarily called off their nationwide industrial action. David Tinkrang-Chum is the General Secretary of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. He's joined us on the telephone. Mr. Tinkrang-Chum, good morning. What has informed this decision to call off the strike?
Good morning, and good morning to your listeners. Well, we have been properly served by the Labour Commission. So, as law-abiding citizens, as we've been talking about all the time, they have decided to temporarily suspend the strike and proceed to the Labour Commission upon their invitation.
So this is because of the substituted service of the court documents, if I'm getting correctly.
Exactly. We were, the substituted service was given to us, and we think that it was properly served this time. And for that matter, we need to, we can defy the expertise of the law court.
Right. So when are you returning to the negotiating table? Yesterday, the Ministry of Employment gave us the impression that they have called you back today to continue negotiations. Are you going for that meeting?
This negotiation is not rightful. Is that some kind of sorry. We've been called to the Labour Commission, obviously, not necessarily to start negotiations, because you don't negotiate at the Labour Commission. Either you go for compulsory arbitration or something. But we will get there and be able to know the reason why they are inviting us. Okay.
So your meeting with the Labour Commission will be to discuss the details of the strike?
I don't know the agenda of the meeting.
Okay.
So until we get there, I will not be able to whatever discussion that is going to take place over there.
What is the next step for you, Mr. Tinkrang, and I mean your organization, your association, in the agitation for the conditions of service to be met?
Well, what I know is that we have been invited by the Labour Commission. Our demands are still on the table, and it is not over until it is over.
So when you say it's not over until it's over, what's the next step that the association is going to take?
I'm sure the Labour Commission will expressly direct us and the employer to perhaps go back to the negotiating table. So that's what we are looking forward to. But time is of essence. And if anybody thinks that he can sit drag or foot drag the process, then it's up to that person.
Right. So finally, Mr. Chum, does that mean that if we go to the hospital this afternoon, we'll meet nurses there?
We indicated that there's a certain system. We have a certain routine way of doing things. They have just announced that we have temporarily suspended the strike. Most of our people may not even be present at their place of work. So we've asked them to resume duty 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
So 8 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you very much, David Tinkrang-Chum, for joining us. He's the General Secretary for the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. So that's the news that just came in. The nurses and midwives have called off their strike. At 8 a.m. tomorrow, when you go to the hospital, you can get full treatment. They are, however, returning to the negotiating table. They are going to the Labour Commission today for a meeting.